I got involved in the celebrity sex tape business through being in the adult industry. You know I can't talk about 90% of the stuff I do. I don't know who this is. Can I pick this up real quick? Okay, hold on. This is KB, can I help you? Can you tell me exactly who it is? Listen, when you say A-list, we're talking like Brad Pitt, we're talking, this is unbelievable. Wait, hold on one second. This wasn't not scripted. All right, let me call you when I'm done with breakfast and I'm away from these people that I'm with, and I would be more. What was your name? Can you just give me a first name? I gotta call you something when I call you back. Jane? Okay. All right. Probably about an hour. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. This, I swear to God, that was not set up. I just got another lead. That's just weird.
Parents aren't at home to accompany children with trick-or-treating, and trick-or-treating is pushed into the nighttime hours after school, leading to a higher risk of injury. The group says once they get to 75,000 signatures, they'll send the petition to President Trump. Rob Dawson, Fox News.
It was a wet spring in central Vermont.
God damn it, Haley! The guy pushed me in the damn road! Get over, get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Son of a bitch! Get off! Get over! Get off! I'm okay! Get off! Fucking shit! I'll get off! Get off! The guy came, that white car came and hit me! Almost!
There's some good news here. Plenty of food for the local fish, ducks, hawks, owls, skunks, and any other wildlife.
Son of a bitch!
Snack. John Saucier, Fox News.
And from Fox News Channel, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot called a live microphone earlier this week, calling Chicago.
How you doing? They're going to trespass you from the store. Why? Because they seen you steal an iPhone 10. We're going to go up to the front real quick. They're going to talk to you.
Are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay. So we got to ask.
You don't have an ID?
No.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes.
We don't want you reaching for anything.
I'm not reaching for anything.
If you're a federal marshal, you understand what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. But
You have your federal marshal ID?
No.
So you're carrying a weapon with no ID on you?
No. Because I just stepped out of my house to
Okay.
this.
You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
And you're a federal marshal.
And he's got a little
Are
badge.
you not?
No.
Congratulations, you just impersonated a police officer. That's a federal offense.
I'm a limousine driver, and
We just asked you, are you in law enforcement? You said, yes, I'm a U.S. Marshal.
I,
Claiming to be U.S. Marshals, you have a badge, which, what does that say on it?
Marshal.
So why are we carrying around fake stuff? Which you know it's illegal.
No, I didn't know it was illegal. It's a BB.
It doesn't matter if it's a BB gun. It's not the fact that you're carrying a BB gun. It's what you said. You're carrying that badge.
I didn't know that.
You think anybody's going to stop and ask if this is a BB gun? Looks like a real gun, doesn't it?
Well, all of them do.
Looks like my gun. You end up getting hurt or getting somebody else hurt because you claim that you're a law enforcement officer.
What's going to happen to me?
Sometimes we say the wrong things at the wrong time, you know.
Finding out that I really made an ass of myself. No, I don't want to go to jail for being an asshole.
No, what he's doing is he's going to Best Buy, stealing a phone, and this way they're not looking at him because they see his little lapel pin in his badge.
I've been in here hundreds of times.
I know.
I'm sure.
And you went in here the other day, and according to these gentlemen, you stole an iPhone.
I did not steal an iPhone.
They got you stealing an iPhone. They got you on video. What do you think we're here for? We just didn't.
You said you're a limo driver, but you don't have a limo license.
Let me ask you this, and be honest, because right now this is the time to be honest. Do you have any lights on your car? Blue lights and stuff like that? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You can go look at the car.
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Anything else that says you're a marshal or anything like that?
No.
No more badges?
You can look for anything you like. I started off collecting badges.
What I do see is a lot of merchandise in here.
Wow.
Is there any way I can catch a break?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a criminal. I don't mean to be a criminal.
You're a felon right now.
Which are going to be converting into the technical aspect of technical design. And in some cases, I am working on it. I'm speaking to the team members who are reporting to me.
Okay. So have you worked on any triggers in your experience?
Yes. I'm using triggers, but before using the trigger, so I'm just analyzing how to use the trigger.
Man, you're
going to work
hold on.
If these two are not achievable, I'm going with the trigger, and we use the many events in trigger, like before, after.
Hold on. I think it's not you who is speaking. I mean, someone is speaking, someone else is speaking here, and you're just lip syncing. I can also hear your voice, the candidate who is sitting right in front of me. I got you. I mean, it's not the right way, man. I already told you that it's not the position that someone comes and gives you a task and you're gonna deliver it. It's a very senior level position where you need to manage the entire instance. I'm sorry, you're not going to continue this interview process. And going forward, I suggest you not to take like this. I mean, you need to be very formal and also at least practice before you take the interview, taking these kind of things. It's I clearly caught you. You know, the other guy is talking and you're also speaking in a very low voice, syncing up your lips. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
Jessica Ann Smith, a mother and fitness buff, said she was battling cancer at just 32 years old, but was rallying support, encouraging friends and family to hashtag Fight Like a Jessica. With medical bills piling up, supporters answered the call, raising over $10,000 on GoFundMe and Facebook to help.
People are coming out of the woodworks to help, which is, I mean, will restore anyone's faith in humanity.
But investigators say it was all a lie perpetuated by Smith to dupe Good Samaritans into giving her money for a disease they say she didn't have, a hoax that led to her arrest. Her story gained added attention in July.
I'll be looking forward to posting that I'm in remission.
When Smith was invited to speak about her diagnosis on the podcast, The Ever-Evolving Truth.
The doctor is taking my history as he's looking at my blood work, and he's like, I really think you have colon cancer. I actually have some chemo burns right now. People have tried to say I'm scamming people. If anyone straight up came up to me and was like, I think you're faking this, I literally would say, okay, you're coming to chemo with me on Monday.
She reappeared on the podcast 4 days later, taking aim at the people accusing her of lying.
Here is my fitness for duty form with the word cancer on it.
Smith stood by her story, but what she didn't know was that police were already investigating after they say her own husband came forward telling them he did not believe his wife had cancer. According to police, Jessica's story began to unravel. They say her doctor told them those photos, which she claimed showed her receiving chemotherapy, was not chemotherapy at all, but an iron infusion for anemia. Meanwhile, Smith is facing separate charges in Delaware for identity theft and criminal impersonation of a law enforcement officer.
From the distraught mother whose heartbreaking plight prompted sympathy the world over, to one of the most vilified women in Britain, Karen Matthews' fall from grace was dramatic. In one of the most notorious crimes of recent times, 10 years ago, Matthews from Dewsbury was locked up for faking the kidnap of her own daughter, 9-year-old Shannon.
Police emergency. I want to put my daughter missing, please. Right, how old is she? 9. 9? Yeah. When did you last see her? She went to school this morning. But you've run round all her friends, and you've been in touch with all her relatives. Yeah. And there's nowhere else that you've got left to look. No. Has she been missing before? No, it's first time. What do you call her? Shannon Matthews.
During the 24 days of absence, Karen Matthews and her boyfriend Craig Nehan made multiple TV appearances pleading for information and shedding what now turned out to be crocodile tears.
If anybody's got my daughter, my beautiful princess daughter, please bring her home safe. It makes me think now I can't trust people who's really close to me anymore. I just can't trust them.
People from the Dewsbury area, Shannon's hometown, came out in the hundreds to help search for the missing girl and console the grieving mother. 24 days later, she was found alive, hidden under a bed in the home of her stepfather's uncle, only a mile from where she lived.
It's thought Shannon was imprisoned by her mother as part of a plan to claim a £50,000 reward offered by a national newspaper.
I understand that you have had patients that have stood up and walked away from wheelchairs who have ALS.
There have been patients that have improved to that extent.
You've reversed the condition.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Stowe, the trouble is that you're a con man.
Really?
You're lying about this protocol. You've lied about your association with the University of Texas. You've lied about your work with the FDA. And now you're lying to these gentlemen about what they can expect.
And why do you say that?
Nobody at the FDA knows anything about any of this. And the University of Texas is not going to be starting a regenerative medicine clinic with your name on it.
Really?
Is that a treatment that would allow them to stand up out of a wheelchair and walk away?
With an ALS patient? No, we've done it with MS patients.
I don't believe that's what they understood.
Well,
I don't believe that's what you told them.
Then they weren't listening.
Can you give, actually, we were listening very carefully.
Okay, do you have the tape recordings?
I do.
Pull them out.
This was your meeting in Houston.
Correct.
Just a few weeks ago.
Well, if I opt for the permanent fix, will it keep me out of a wheelchair?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. No, we've had a number of ALS, patients be able to get out of their wheelchairs.
That's not true, is it?
The Stowe Foundation has not.
You told Steve that you were going to keep him out of a wheelchair. That's not true either, is it?
No, that's very true.
You're going to sit here after seeing that, and you're going to look this man in the face and tell him that he's going to stay out of a wheelchair? I mean, that's cruel.
Really?
We wondered what Stowe would say to the idea of giving Michael Martin his $47,000 back.
Has he asked for it?
I'm asking.
We'd give it back to him.
Now, that's a deal I'd like to make.
Really? Okay. Fine.
Of course, that refund never came.
Now, you're not running away on me, are you?
Well, I was planning on leaving, yes.
Okay.
I think I'm done.
All right.
Thank you.
You've just cost this man his life. I want you to know that.
You know, I don't think so.